Good morning and welcome to the replay. I will be with you in just a moment. Good morning. My name is Susan Tapley and I am a Club Couture designer from Massachusetts. I am the leader of a big team called the Chocapellas, and what we do as designers is show people how they can do beautiful designs for their home and for clothing and for gifts using silkscreen transfers that are reusable, Club Couture Chalkology paste, and Club Couture ink. Sorry, I couldn't think of the name of that for a second. So good morning. Hi Leslie, welcome, welcome. Glad to see you today. So I have a really cool project in mind for you today. And right behind me over here, you can see a sign that I made a while ago. It says never stop making wishes. And I love this sign. It's so cute and it's perfect for summer. But I wanted to do something a little bit different with it. So before I came live, I checked my online store and realized that I do not have this transfer available in my store anymore, so I apologize for that. If it is something that your heart desires, please let me know and I will do my best to see if I can find you one, because I know there are some out there. Hello you too, Miss Leslie. So what we're going to do is we're going to use part of this transfer and part of another one that is also retired to create a really cute t-shirt with using our inks and our transfers. So you know, this is I know this that the transfer is not available in my store any longer, but you can absolutely use this technique using any kinds of transfers and any inks, and we will have so much fun creating. So I've been seeing articles, these keep popping up in my Facebook feed, and I think it's because I clicked on something, but it was a t-shirt that had a dandelion that was, you know, going to seed on it, and I thought it was really cute, so I'm like, oh my gosh, I think I can do that. So that's what we're gonna do today. I hope you like it. So if you are just hopping in, please say hello. Let me know where you're from. If you are a first-time viewer, put a 1 in the comments so that I know that it's your first time here. If you're a designer, please put a 2 in the comments so that I know that you're here too. Everybody is welcome. So this is going to be a big transfer, so I'm going to flip my screen around a little bit here for you guys so you can see what I'm doing. I have used this transfer before, and it's just, well, you know that because you saw the sign behind me, but let me flip my screen so that you can see how big this is. I believe it's 18 by 24. It is a big transfer. So we're not going to use the whole thing. Thank goodness my body wouldn't fit this whole thing. But I'm going to use this part of it right here where the dandelion is going to seed. So the ones that the t-shirts that I saw with this design on it had the dandelion kind of off to the side, and that is kind of the plan that I've got going today too. So I'm just going to put this aside while we get the t-shirt ready. And what I'm going to be doing is putting one of our Club Couture inking mats inside of the shirt. And the reason that you're going to want to use one of these is there's a couple reasons. First of all, when you are inking, we are using a liquid, and your t-shirt can absorb the ink and it can leak through to the back side of your shirt, and you probably don't want the reverse of whatever you're doing on the back side of your shirt. So you want to put the mat there for that reason. The other reason is that it is super sticky. It was super sticky. I have used this a lot and it's lost a bit of its stick, but I'm not worried about it. It's still sticky enough. So I'm going to put this inside of my shirt to make sure that my shirt is not sliding around beneath my transfer, so that keeps everything nice and tight and it doesn't move. So there are a couple different ways that you can put the mat inside of your t-shirt. By the way, these also come in smaller sizes if you're working with kids' clothes or babies' onesies. You can slide it in that way. But it is harder to put it in while it's sticky. So I'm going to put the plastic cover that comes on the mat on top and leave it there and kind of curl it up until I get it inside my t-shirt. Then I'll pull the plastic off. So let me get this shirt straightened out so I don't do it on the wrong side. Okay. This is a really cute t-shirt. I bought it because I like the white trim on the edges. Kind of reminds me of that lace that I used the other day. I had some really cute ribbon. So I want to make sure that my seams are good and straight in the corners. And I already have glitter on this. I did a little glitter project yesterday, which was fun. But that stuff is horrible to try to clean off. If you've ever worked with it, I'm sure you know what I mean. So I'm just forming this into kind of a tube, and I'm going to slip it inside of my shirt and then open it up and pull the plastic off of it. So I know I'm a little bit off camera and there's a terrible glare, and I'll work on that in just a second. I'll pop this in and let it open. Where is that glare coming from? This? Oh my goodness. What are we going to do? I'm not sure where that's coming from. Sorry about that. All right, so we've got it in there. I'm going to kind of make sure this is flat and pull the plastic out from inside. That was easy, much easier than trying to do it the other way. I'm going to see where this glare is coming from just with my hand for a second, so bear with me. Is it that? Nope, it's not that. Let me play with my window shades a second, guys. Hold on. That's not it either. What in the world is going on? Alright, it is what it is, and we're going to deal with it, right? So I'm just double checking to make sure I am centered and my seams are in the right place. I know that dandelion on the transfer has a very long stem, and I'm not going to go that far. I maybe go just to the edge of the mat down below here. Move a few things aside so I have a little more room. That is so weird. It's coming from that way. Is that better? It's worse. Goodness. That's never happened before. Let me play with this window shade for a sec. Any better? No, it is not better. All right, well, we're going to have to deal with it for today, and I'll figure it out later. All right, so I've got this pretty smooth. And I'm going to take my giant transfer and put it, I think I'm going to go, it curves this way, so I'm going to put it on that side of the shirt. If you were just hopping in, please say hello and sprinkle my video with your friends and family. That is the best compliment you can give me if you enjoy watching my technique videos. So now I can't see the shadow. That is so weird. It's just showing up on the black shirt. Alright, it would be cool if I could just peel off part of this transfer because it is a little bit unruly, but I don't think I can. So if you're working with a large transfer like this, the best thing to do would be to peel it from the back with the vinyl side down. It helps to keep your transfer from sticking to itself. Looks like light. I know, I don't know, Leslie, what I'm doing differently today, but it's really strange. Hopefully it'll improve when I have the transfer on there. So if you've never used a transfer before, these can be used with our chalk paste, but today we're using ink. They are super sticky on the back side. This one's been used actually a couple times, so it's not too sticky. If I was using this on a firm surface, I would most likely do something called fuzzing, which would be to put it on and off of a fabric surface and pick up just a little bit of lint so it doesn't stick quite as tightly as it would normally. So I have my dandelion. I want to be a little bit careful where I put that dandelion. don't want to put it in the wrong spot. That might look a little weird, but that's kind of, that looks pretty good. What do you think? I do have a little bit that are coming up the top there like that, and I don't want to not use them. I think they're so cute. So I might actually tilt it a little bit so that I can get those all in. Yeah, that would make that part a little too low. All right. All right, I can always move the transfer and put more on there if I want to. So I'm going to put that right about at the neckline so they can get a bunch of those little flyaways in there. And I'm just going to pull this back to get an idea where it's placed, and that looks pretty good. I might move it in just a smidge more. And it just folded on itself, so I'm going to work that apart. So tomorrow I'm going to be live in the morning again at 10. And as you may recall, I did this project. Let me put it down here so you can see it. This little project while I was at the beach. So I'm going to make a companion piece to go with this. So make sure you tune in tomorrow at 10 a.m. if you'd like this project. And if you have the, what's it called? Something Wonder. I can't think of the name of the transfer. But if you have that transfer, for sure you're going to want to watch. So you know what to do. All right, that looks pretty good. I'm going to put another word, dream, underneath the daisy. So I wanted that to be kind of centered. And that looks like I should move it. No, it's fine. It's fine right where it is. When I'm working, it goes away. When you lift your arm, it comes back. Aww, that is so weird. I don't know. I have no idea why this is going on. So, back to this. I can move this up a little bit. Okay. All right, so I'm going to stop. I'm not going to do this all the way to the bottom. You can't even see how tall this dandelion is, but it's pretty tall. But I'm going to rub it down nice and firm. And you guys got to remind me to stop when I get to the edge of the mat, which is right here. All right. So my dandelions rubbed down, and these little spores, or whatever they are, seeds that fly off, are ready to go. I'm using my bright white Couture ink. Get this open. There's always a little bit of dust that falls off when you open up your jar, so you got to be careful with that. And I'm going to give that a quick stir. Normally the inks stay perfect. I've had this jar forever, and I've never had to add any water to thin it. It just stays perfect. So the challenge using ink always is to remember to check your fingers, because if I get white ink on my fingers and I touch my shirt in a place I shouldn't have, yeah, you know what happens. Okay, stir this up. Good morning, good morning. I can see a few people are hopping in, and say hello. All right, so this is beautiful. It's nice and creamy, no lumps, no bumps, no problem. And I'm gonna check my fingers. You have to be super careful. And I'm actually gonna grab a piece of paper towel because I know myself that well that I know I'll get it on my hands. It's inevitable. Okay. So I'm gonna use a small squeegee to work this piece. One of the things that I love about using our inks is that they don't dry quite as quickly as our chalk paste does. So you get a little bit more time to work with it. I'm going to do this all in white, just keeping it nice and simple. Sometimes simple is the best. So I'm working, it's best to work in one direction if you can. This one right here, the stem of it goes through the end. So I'm going to really be careful and try to get all of that in without making it look like a letter. I think I got it. Stay down. It's not sticking to my shirt well. Sometimes I wear things out and it's hard for me to retire. them. The other day I worked on the vintage truck. I don't know if you saw that, but it was a 4th of July vintage truck. Came out super cute. But my vintage truck transfer, I've used it dozens of times and it is just getting tired. Hello, Amy and Doris. You're on school. Good for you. Good morning, Amy and Cindy. Thanks for joining me. So I'm working my way down the dandelion. I don't know if you guys have kids. Your kids may have done this. I was thinking of this morning when my son was about 3 or 4. I'm gonna say he and his friend, who was about the same age, it was in the spring, went outdoors, and I think my husband was supposed to be watching them, whatever. And in the fall, I had planted bulbs that I bought from, I think it was Breck bulbs. They were really, really, they were nice bulbs and they were guaranteed, and I was so excited for them to bloom. They were tulips, and I don't know what was happening, but they were just blooming and they were just beautiful. And my son and his little friend went outside and picked out the head off of every single tulip that was coming up, every one. And they came in with their arms full of flowers and they were just beaming and so excited to give me the gift. So I was thinking about that this morning and how after that happened, we taught them that mommy's favorite flowers are lawn flowers, and that's kind of the nickname we gave to dandelions. And they were welcome to pick as many as they wanted, but please don't pick my beautiful tulips again. They were gorgeous, gorgeous. And they only picked the heads off, of course, because that would make sense, right? That's the pretty part. Who needs the rest? So yeah, I'm gonna have to play with that a little bit. I can already tell. All right, so I put kind of a heavy coat on here and making sure that it's all pretty similarly coated, and that looks great. And I'll pull this off. Are you ready? I'm gonna add those in later. I think I'm gonna probably do that when I'm off camera, just add a few more of those little flying seeds, and maybe not, I might not need them. Da, da, da. So cute. Good morning, Janice. Janice, I have an order of you from a long time ago. Keep bumping into it and I gotta get it to you. All right, so I've got a little spot right here. I don't know if you guys can see it. Let me zoom in a little bit. Where I was avoiding the M. So I need to fix that right there. And I'm gonna use this little tiny rubber, it's kind of like a rubber paintbrush. It's used for sculpting clay, I believe. I can't do that. I about my talent with that is a rubber, a snake with Play-Doh. That's about my talent with clay, but I'm just gonna kind of paint in that area where I tried to skip over the letter. Yeah, not gonna work that too much. That's pretty good. I'm loving it. Okay. What do you guys think? Is this coming out cute or what? Looks a lot like the one I saw in the online. I hope they don't mind I borrowed their idea. I don't think they will. So, and then I'm going to put the word dream. I could put it up here or I could put it down here. What do you guys think? I think I might go higher up on the neckline. In which case, I'm going to dry this a little bit. So, when you are drying, especially if you have a heat mat underneath, what in the world is that shadow from? I don't know. Be really careful that you don't overheat the mat because it will warp. I'm just going to try to get this just a little bit dry up top. So this takes, like I said, takes a little longer to dry than our chalk. But as soon as it's dry, you're going to take it over to your iron and put a, they call it a pressing cloth, in between your iron and your fabric. I don't have one. I just throw a piece of computer paper in between and iron it for 4 minutes on medium heat on both sides for 4 minutes. Did I say that already? 4 minutes on each side, medium heat, and it'll be set. I've actually forgotten to heat set a couple of my shirts that I've made. Thank you, Amy. Hi, Natalie. And I've run it through the wash and it stayed perfectly. I can't guarantee that for you, but I've had pretty good luck that way. Yeah, I think I'm going to tuck the word dream right in there. Maybe add a few more of those little seeds off to the side. Thanks, you guys. If you were hopping in, please hit your SHARE button and sprinkle my video with your friends. It's a little tacky still, but I'm not going to overwork it because I can see my mat is already starting to bump up a little bit. So we're just going to leave it like that. And then I'm going to add my dream word here. And of course, you know, when you blow a dandelion, you're supposed to make a wish, right? Can you use a Cricut Easy Heat Press or just an iron? Absolutely use your heat press. Much faster if you happen to have one. I do not have one yet. Maybe someday. All right, so I'm going to put that right about there. It's centered in the neck of my shirt. Going really close to the edge there, so I got to be super careful. So I had Dream. This is also a retired transfer. But you guys, even if you are not able to get the exact transfers that I'm using, you get the technique, right? Any of our transfers will work to do this with. I love the way this came out, and I like that, you know, I've got this little white trim on the sleeve of my shirt too, in that terrible light that I'm using. My gosh. All right, I'll pull this in just a little bit more so you can see. Check my fingers. There's just a tiny bit on me right there, but that'll be what shows up. If you happen to get a little bit of ink on your shirt, and I have one right here, I'm not sure how it happened. It was there when I pulled the transfer off. Let it dry and then scrape it off with something sharp. All right, so here we go in with the white for the word dream. I'm keeping it really simple with just one color. Some things are screaming for color. Other things, like a simple black t-shirt, you want to keep it simple. Okay, and being very careful not to get over the edge here. That would not look pretty. Okay, and just like the chalk paste, all the excess ink goes right back into the jar. Doesn't this look awesome? I have a friend who does her jeans. She chucks all kinds of things on her jeans. You can do aprons, pillowcases, towels. Tune in later this week and I might do another ink project. I think I'm going to do that on Friday. So if there's something in particular you would like to see me do, please let me know because I'm happy to oblige. Okay, so you can see I did get some more on my thumb. Let's clean that off before I do something I'll be regretting later. All right, here we go. Are you ready? Looks good. All right, I'll start over here and pull that off. T-shirt's moving with it. There we go. So we've got our dandelions and our dreams. This is so cute, you guys. I can't wait to wear it. So I'm gonna dry this up really well. If you don't want to heat set it, you can just let it air dry. That is perfectly okay. And I'll definitely take a picture of it. Ah, look, I got more ink on myself. And post that later. So while you were watching, if you thought this was fun, and my gosh, I can do what Susan does, please let me know. I would love to help you earn an income crafting. Isn't that every crafter's dream? Yeah. If you're interested in being in my VIP group, by the way, I am going to be doing a Christmas in July sale. I can't do that on my business page where you might be watching from right now, but if you are a VIP, you will be privy to that. It is for customers only. Sorry, no designers. But I will be doing a Christmas in July sale, and yeah, write VIP in the comments and I'll make sure that you get in there and can take advantage of some great deals. So that is my project for today. If you are interested in the Wishes and Dreams transfer that is no longer available, write Dandelion in the comments and I'll see if I can find you one. But you guys learned a really fun technique. I hope you enjoyed it. Fun, easy, and super quick to do. Dress up a plain black t-shirt in no time. So thanks for watching. Here is my website if you want to check out all of the beautiful designs that are available. It is chuckcouture.com/Susan. And I will be here again tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. and we are going to do a companion piece for the seashell that I made at the beach a couple weeks ago. So you'll want to tune in for that at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day and I'll see you tomorrow morning. Bye-bye.